We're turning your two favorite desserts into one glorious cookie. Yes, we're making Buckeye Brownie cookies, and they're super easy to make. To get started, you're going to need 1 box of fudgy brownie mix. Brand doesn't matter, just make sure it's a fudge brownie mix. Not just a regular brownie, you want that fudgy part too. Dump your brownie mix into a large bowl, add in 1 egg. We're going to quickly melt 1/4 cup of butter in the microwave. And while that's in the microwave, we're going to add in 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. Yes, I know that sounds totally weird, and it threw me for a hot second too. But trust me, you don't taste it. Everything comes out delicious, I promise. We're gonna mix this just until the egg has a chance to mix in a bit. I don't want to toss in the hot melted butter with the unmixed egg. If we end up making scrambled eggs, I know I'm definitely gonna lose a few people. Okay, add in your melted butter and give everything a good mix. Now, the thing with this batter is it's definitely thicker than regular brownie batter. However, it's not thick enough to handle like cookie dough. Basically, there's no way you're gonna be able to roll this into a ball with your hands. You can either scoop this out with a cookie scooper or a spoon and transfer it onto your parchment lined baking sheet, or you can do what I'm doing here and toss everything into a piping bag. I went with the number 12 piping tip. You could even go the next size up if you have the next size, and that would actually probably be a lot easier, I think. If you've ever piped macarons before, use that same technique here. I'd give them a little more room though for that slight bit of spreading they do. Yes, you could easily use a cookie scooper or a spoon, but today I really wanted perfectly rounded cookies, and this is the best method I know of how to achieve that look. But don't feel like you have to do it this way. Both ways are perfectly fine. Into the oven at 350 degrees for 12 minutes. And while those are in the oven, we need to quickly make our Buckeye candies. To a bowl, add in 1 cup of powdered sugar and 1 cup of creamy peanut butter, and that's all. We don't need anything else. Mix that up until it's completely combined. Okay, this looks good. Now we're ready to roll them into balls. For this project, I would suggest rolling your Buckeyes about half the size you normally would roll them. Reason being, once our brownie cookies are done, we're going to take the Buckeye ball and place it in the center of each cookie while it's still piping hot out of the oven. You'll notice here I placed my first Buckeye and it seemed a little too big for the cookie. If you're okay with that, then by all means keep them the same size you normally make them. I, on the other hand, decided to cut the Buckeye in half. I gotta give that poor little brownie a fighting chance. I want the person who eats this to be able to enjoy both the brownie and the Buckeye without one overpowering the other. Go ahead and place one on each cookie, and you can either leave them as a ball or pat them down a little bit like I'm doing. Either way works. This is your cookie. To make the chocolate that normally accompanies the Buckeye candy, we're gonna make a super simple chocolate frosting. I really want to call it a ganache, but we're not gonna use any heavy cream. Nobody cares. I'm calling it a ganache. To a bowl, add in 4 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna melt this real quick. Add in 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/4 cup of water, 2 cups of powdered sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Mix this until you don't see any more powdered sugar. This does make a lot. You might have some leftovers. I'm not gonna have any leftovers. Oh, I'll find a way to make it disappear. We're gonna end up pouring a little bit over each cookie. Now, if your chocolate looks like it's not runny enough, kind of like this, then pop it in the microwave for no more than 15 seconds. I decided to toss mine in the microwave. Okay, grab your cookie. I like to leave them on the parchment paper just in case I have a little bit of chocolate runoff, which is bound to happen 1 or 2 times until you get the right rhythm down. Take your spoon and pour a blob of chocolate right on the center of your Buckeye candy. The chocolate should still be warm enough to spread itself out over your peanut butter ball. If some of the peanut butter is showing, who cares? It's topped with chocolate and it looks great. Keep going. The chocolate does take, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes to fully set. The great thing about this chocolate mixture is that even after it forms a shell, it's not a hard piece of chocolate. When you go to bite into it, it's about as soft as the peanut butter ball underneath it. This paired with a chewy brownie cookie makes for a whole lot of awesomeness with each bite. If you're an avid Christmas cookie baker during the winter holidays, now is the perfect time to test out this cookie. I would definitely consider adding it to your holiday collection just because it seems like such a special cookie. I sent a bunch to work with my husband and all of his coworkers love them. He's such a sweetie though. He'd never tell me if anybody hated my cookies. He's my biggest cheerleader. If you're interested, I'll drop in a recipe card right here. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll see you all in the next video.